You might say that the Bible has two parts, very much of the same reason that much of God's creation is bilaterally symmetric, which basically just means that it has two parts. Two eyes, two ears, two legs, two arms. You see, when you have two sides, you can build off of one another and accomplish much more than you could with just one side alone. So too is the Bible with the Old and New Testaments. The two work in tandem to complement one another. The Apostle Paul in 2 Corinthians 3 warns of those who overemphasize the importance of the Old Testament by saying that they were reading it as if they had a covering over their eyes because they neglected Christ. They neglected the teachings of the New Testament. More recently, as a society, we have seemed to have done the opposite. You might find Bibles that have just New Testaments, with no traces of any Old Testament writings. But when we take those two teachings together, we can read God's Word without that covering over our eyes. We will come to see these Old Testament teachings becoming fulfilled in the New Testament, and conversely, we'll learn just as much about Jesus in the Old Testament writings.